everybody. It's Sarah Harker with Female Founders, sponsored by Indie Maven. Thank you, Indie Maven. We love you. We have a super special episode. You may recognize this person that I'm with today, Miss Tamika. You don't think they recognize you?
Probably not.
I think, well, if they don't now, they will when they see you on the side of a building soon. Got a big mural coming.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really cool. If you need extra, I can get in there too. Like,
okay. I think he's actually still adding a couple of people, so I'll definitely send.
How do we work that out? I can get in it.
I'll send a photo of you to him, and then if he's able to work it in, I can't make promises though.
Okay, I'm gonna be watching.
Okay,
just think, hey,
I can't make promises, but I can definitely send it. That will be my promise.
Okay. That is so kind of you. No one's ever offered that in the history of Female Founders to do that for me, so I appreciate it. Speaking of, we're setting a record today. I have never had to pull out my phone to talk about someone's history of their career before in any episode. So we've got a list.
Oh, you don't have to go through it.
I think I do. So just in case, if you're not familiar, Miss Tamika has an impressive, putting it lightly, 15 years career with the Indiana Fever. Is that right?
Yes.
It's amazing. And you're widely considered one of the greatest female basketball players of all time. How does that feel? You look like you don't believe me.
That's crazy. It feels great, right? I'm not going to say it's been a blessing to be here in Indiana for as long as I've been here.
Best place for basketball.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion.
Yeah, especially right now with the Pacers and the Fever, like this is heaven.
It's lit. The atmosphere is like electric right now. You also happen to have a gold medal.
Yeah.
Low key. Okay. And you're a Hall of Fame member. And now the owner of teasemeindy.com. Shameless plug here, guys.
Yeah.
Also, bottled teas now.
The new thing.
It's moving up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We started with the cup. Now we got to the bottles. There's no telling where we're going next.
Well, cheers to that. Yeah, definitely cheers.
Cheers.
And what did you say you're drinking?
I'm drinking goji berry.
Okay, and I've got vanilla rooibos and iced.
So you have an herbal. I have a green tea.
We didn't want me to have any more caffeine today because
that's probably a good idea.
It gets scary after a while. So we talked about your entrepreneurial world, but I want to talk more specifically today about all the philanthropy you've been involved in with the city. You have made such a huge impact. And I'm going to try real hard not to cry on this one. I won't. But
I'm embarrassed already.
You've done so much for the city of Indianapolis, from racial equity to catch the stars with literacy, which is a huge passion of mine as well. And we'll get into all that here in a minute. But one thing that really stood out to me the most, my grandpa, who's one of my favorite people in the world, had cancer in 2012. And you visited him at cancer treatment. And that is not an uncommon thing for you to do. You like to kind of pop in and surprise people when they're down, and it means so much. He actually takes credit for that championship.
Okay.
So you can thank Bob.
He gave me inspiration to be able to feel that.
Right. I think we actually went to the game, and he was standing by the locker room to just remind you of all of the ideas he gave you for that game.
Yes, and just working on my shot and my, making sure I found the right passes and all that. Yeah, definitely.
So say thank you to Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob.
So that was
special. I don't know where we would be.
That was such a special time for our family, and that was really when I first got locked in with the Fever, because that meant so much to us, and I know you mean so much to so many families here in Indy.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how you got involved? I know you moved here, was it in 2001?
Yeah, got drafted in 2001.
Yeah, so you didn't actually grow up in Indianapolis, despite your giant heart for the city.
Yes. I got drafted. So WNBA started my freshman year in college. And I went to the University of Tennessee in Knoxville. And I just remember, even from at a young age, I wanted to be a professional basketball player. I wanted to follow my dad's footsteps. Yeah. So the NBA was where I was going. And then when the W came, everything shifted. But having the opportunity to come here. And I remember when I got drafted, they thrust the microphone in my face and they were like, "What do you know about Indiana?" I'm like, "They play basketball." The Hoosiers. Everybody knows
that's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know, right? But nothing else. And I got up here and literally the love from the city, the love from the people, that's why I'm still here. Just all of the things that we've been able, you talked about, just the things we've been involved in, and then, obviously with the business now. But what a blessing to be here, to get drafted here. I'm not from here. I claimed Dallas and Chicago.
Okay.
And then I ended up here, but I've lived here longer than I've lived anywhere else in my life.
We're very lucky. Awesome.
I'm lucky too.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that. But you're lucky too. I am. Well, tell us a little bit about everything coming up in July. We know the WNBA All-Star Game is coming. You're a huge part of that.
Yes, there's a lot coming up in July. Excited about. I'm excited about having the game here. I remember years when I was still playing, begging Rick Hughes and we should get a WNBA All-Star Game, and he was like, "Yeah, no. Now, do you know the economics? You know this, you know that." And to see, that probably 10, 15 years ago that we talked about it.
Yeah.
And now it's finally coming into fruition. But we're at a much different place and in a much different space as far as women's sport.
Yeah.
Let alone women's basketball and where the Fever are. And, of course, everybody's talking about the Caitlin Clark effect. And, even the team this year with the player that want to be in Indiana and want to come to this city where before it was Indianapolis, I can go to LA, I can go to Chicago, I can go to New York. And now it's India happening place. We are on fire between the Fever and what they're going to do in July during the All-Star game. We're going to have some of the best women's basketball players in the world come here and perform at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, and you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. Some people are like, we can't even get tickets. There's going to be a lot of activation around it, too.
So much.
So even if you can't get in the building, there will be stuff going on outside, and we're going to be doing a lot with the foundation around that weekend, too. And here at the Tea Shop, we'll have some stuff. So come check it out. Even if you don't live in Indiana, come to the city because there's going to be so many great things going on.
Yeah, don't miss the Tea Shop. Don't stop here first. I had some fun when I came in this morning. There were 3 big fans.
The Yaya sisters.
And they said they were doing the Yaya Sisterhood, traveling pants for the Fever. And so their first stop was Tease Me. And I think they screamed a new octave that I hadn't heard before when you walked in the door. So that was fun.
That was fun.
That's a great way to kick off.
Yeah. And you know what? What I love about Indy, but what I love specifically about Tease Me is you never know who's going to be in here. And there have been so many connections and collaborations and ideas that have come from people just meeting up. And I am nosy. I am the one that will come in and go by each table and talk to people just because I want to know what's going on, how they're doing, but then also what's going on in the city. And then you're able to connect people even within the space. We've had a lot of connections that have happened. Yeah. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I know I'm looking right behind you. We've got Omar has some art up here. I know Faith Blackwell, who's a mutual friend.
I'm glad you're looking down on me. He's seriously, of all places to sit, you put me right underneath Reggie, but I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
His hands are down.
Yeah. So this is a good Reggie. I got you, man. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love all the art in here. And I know our mutual friend, Faith Blackwell's got some things up in here too.
Yes. We try to switch it out once a month. So
cool.
I am, and really everything kind of started before the pandemic. When I took over the Café in 2017, art is a big part of who I am and what I love. I love different art. I think Indy has a lot of amazing artists, and we showcase. So even before Gang, before all of that even came, we showcased a lot of the artists here. And so it was cool during the pandemic for them to start getting more exposure. And now, a lot of them, Faith doing her thing, a lot of them doing a lot. Omar was here before, and Gary G.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of really cool art.
Totally. That's so cool. I love that about this space. You can really feel all of the positive community vibes and all of that connection. Yeah.
So one thing that we're going to be doing, we're rolling out a new campaign. Can I talk about a new campaign?
Please tell me about your campaign.
You sure?
Yeah, go girl.
You sure? I don't want to.
No, shouldn't be afraid.
Yeah, it's a fun thing because that's what we are all about.
Let's hear it.
For the whole city, right? We are about having fun. So one thing that we're going to do is every Friday, so we're going to do a Red Out campaign. Ooh, Red Out campaign. So Red Out Friday.
I like it.
Free giveaways.
Fever, red.
Free giveaways.
Oh.
I'm also a Delta. Just good.
Okay,
right?
got it.
So I got a whole bunch of red in my life. Right? So free giveaway powered by Tease Me Café. So we're going to we are teaming up with other local businesses. And every Friday, people can come to tease me. But throughout the week, they can put their name in the hat and win Friday. So we gave out some tickets to a concert coming up. Orion's son going to be here.
Okay.
That we gave out some tickets for that. We'll have some tickets for the game. Not all the FIFA games, sorry. Gonna have to buy your own tickets, okay? But we'll have some other tickets.
Okay.
Things. But yeah, so I wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do something that's interactive. We get a lot of community people that come in. And so really being able to expose them not only to Tease Me, but other businesses and how we can combine and collect forces. And Red Out Friday sound good. We'll do it through the summer and potentially into, the winter. We'll see how that flows.
Awesome.
But yeah, so now you have to come every Friday.
Every Friday for meetings.
Friday.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, cool. Well, let's talk a little bit before I feel like we could just sit here and talk for a really long time. So I'm watching my list, making sure that I'm staying on track here. But you were mentioning all that community, all those connections. Is there anybody you want to shout out specifically, other women in business that have helped you get to where you are? Or we can go back to basketball days too, if you'd like.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people.
I know.
There's a lot of
hard question.
Yeah, that is, and you just threw it out like that.
Well, Patrick did it to me earlier, okay. So I'm passing it on.
I would, there's been a lot of people throughout my journey, but I will start with Kelly Kloskoff, who drafted me to Indiana, and I wouldn't be here without her drafting me.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly. So she was the GM back then, and then shifted to the Pacer side and did that, and now she's back to the Fever side. And great time to come back to the Fever, right?
No kidding.
Yeah, so she's the president for the Fever. So thank you, Kelly, for everything. I'm gonna go from her to my then boss, who was my former boss, Allison Barber, who is now, her and I are leading up the charge for Marvella. We're working on a huge project that's going to be it's called Marvella, dedicated to women and girls in sports. It's going to be a whole thing up in Fair Oaks, Indiana. So we are working on that. It's absolutely amazing. So that's my second.
Okay.
And then I can't not shout out my first lady for New Life Worship. So thank you, Allison. First, thank you, Allison. And then my first lady for my church, New Life Worship Center. Woo, woo. Bishop Ramsey and First Lady Alicia Ramsey. So thank you, sister, for everything. She has been with me from the bottom, through it all, the ups and downs, and then of course my family, my mom, my sisters, my people.
Yeah, you better say them or come for you.
I should have said first, but they know they're always first in my heart, and then the others for them and my mother-in-law, all of them, all the women. Thank you, for that.
That's awesome. Well, where can people find you? Obviously, Tease Me. Where's the best way to keep an eye out for everything going on with All Stars and
everywhere? Everywhere, yeah. Tease Me, follow me, follow Tease Me, All Star, follow The Fever, follow Pacer Sports Entertainment.
You're everywhere.
Yeah, literally everywhere.
Do you sleep?
I try.
Okay.
Try to get about 6-7 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, that's normal, right?
Sure.
What's normal anymore?
I know. I don't know. I feel like I could.
I'm around, but I'm here most of the time. Like I'm at one of the locations. We have 3 locations. This one is the main one, and then we have the one Butler Tarkington area, and then the one at IU Indianapolis and the campus center. So come check us out.
How exciting! All right, we'll find you one way or another.
Fine, on Fridays.
Okay, Fridays. Free Fridays.
Free giveaways.
Got it. You only
do you have anything free you want to give away? Okay, think about it.
Let me think.
I put her on the spot.
I won't say it was one of my kids' names, but thank you so much for being here with us today and for everything that you do in the community. We're so, so grateful for everything that you do and can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you. And I forgot.
What?
We're giving out free backpacks in July.
Okay.
So that'll be the last activation that we do in conjunction with the All-Star Weekend. But with the foundation, now not at Tease Me. We give out over 1,000 backpacks. So registration will open up. So people, if you have kids that you need backpacks, sign up. Go to catchthestars.org.
Okay,
catch the sign up. Or if you want to volunteer, we take volunteers. We take it all.
Okay, awesome.
So come check us out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was great to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.